Okay.
What's up?
What's up?
Where are we?
We're at Keen Ramps World Headquarters, Overflow Boneyard.
We're back.
We're back in the Boneyard, baby.
Yeah.
Let me get into the context of why we're
This
here.
is the Hellbomb obstacle.
Yeah, this is one of the Hellbomb obstacles. So
Yeah.
Halloween Hellbomb was started by Bobby Bills and Austin Lilu. They're filmers. They came to Long Beach. They were just fired up on doing a Halloween event. So they did that. And then it went for like 3 years. And then I got involved because they were like, yo, we need ramps. Like,
Yeah.
we've heard you're the dude. So I got in the mix, and then now I'm in the Halloween Hellbomb committee. So, you know, I'm getting porta potties, I'm getting road barricades, I'm working with the permitting department.
So much different this
with
year.
fire, with PD, we had Zoom calls, we have an EMT, we have a security team. We have like a media plan. We made t-shirts, we made decks, we're staffing. Like, it's like a thing.
It's a thing now.
It's a thing.
It wasn't because the infamous year of Kanan being the Joker.
Yeah.
You guys just had a permit, right?
That year, NHS was involved.
Oh, okay.
NHS was involved.
But there wasn't like EMTs or security.
There was a permit for the space.
Yeah, just a permit though.
And then 2022, there was also a permit for the space. Getting a little bit more professional this year is a result of the 2022 year where we had like 600-700 people. We violated like 13 rules
Yeah.
against our permit. So in 2023, last year, when we hit up the city of Long Beach and we're like, hey, we're ready to do our Halloween skateboarding jam again, because we don't call it Halloween Hellbomb to a city, we say Halloween skateboard jam.
Right.
They were like, no, absolutely not. Like, you had X amount of violations, drinking, underage drinking, your fans were climbing crowds, and like, you didn't have security and you didn't have this. People lit themselves on fire.
Right.
Like, I didn't encourage it. It
Right,
was sick,
right.
but, you know.
But the last thing you need is another felony.
Yeah. So when that happened, then I hit up every resource I had. I hit up Mike Donnellan of the Ask Long Beach Foundation, former city councilman. I was like, hey, can you pull some strings and like get around this for me? Reached out to the local councilwoman for that district. Reached out to anybody I knew that like is in a local government capacity for Long Beach. And nobody could get around it. They were like, you really pissed them off. Like, you're never coming back to Long Beach.
Damn.
Whatever.
Yeah, but now it's like a full-fledged event. Like, I mean, having a permit is one thing,
Yeah.
but now it's like so legitimized with the EMT, Monsters involved.
Yeah.
Like,
shout out Monster, they're our presenting sponsor. We got Monster, Dickies, and Vans involved. Monsters are presenting.
so many big people.
Yeah, and then
It's legit.
the supporting sponsors are Vans, Dickies, and myself. So I do all this like on my own dime. I'm not charging Bobby and Austin for obstacles,
Right.
Because like I'm in the committee.
Right.
So this is very much like a labor of love for me.
For sure. That's
I'm
sick,
like working
dude.
harder on this event than like anything all year.
Dude, because it means so much to so many people.
Yeah.
Like, this is everyone's favorite event, like, I feel like, of the year if you live in Long Beach.
It's pretty monumental. So basically, I went to that hill. I brought various lengths of 2x4s and levels and shims, checked it out, found the pitch and the degree, figured out how far it's gonna fall, mocked it up in SketchUp in 3D World, and then dipped in my obstacles to figure out what those angles are. So I was like, all right, from the back of this stair set, I'm gonna go to 102 right there. I'm gonna pull to here, 34 inches, top to bottom. So when this is, it looks crazy right now. But
Yeah.
when this is on the,
It looks like a bump to rail.
yeah. When this is on the hill, these stairs will be level. Right now, they're really kicking back.
Right.
So this whole thing.
So this ramp is going to be the platform leading up to the stair. But you were saying before I turned the camera on that this is going to be at the ever so slightest uphill grade.
We were going to go level.
Yeah.
But in order to go level, this platform would have had to go like 24 feet.
Oh, God.
I was like, that's just weird. Like, you're bombing a hill, and then you're like, okay, cool, I'm on flat ground. Like I said, the hill, every 8 feet, it rises 9.5 inches.
Okay.
So right here, we have like 20 feet or something.
Okay, so you would pull that end up 9 inches, and that's how the ramp would sit?
No, more than that.
Oh, okay.
So think of this as one big unit.
Yeah.
And it's 20 feet.
Right.
So that means across this span, this end is gonna rise.
Oh, it'd be like 20 inches up.
Yeah, like 21, 22 inches.
I was like 2 feet. Yeah, okay.
This is gonna come to like here.
So it'll be pretty much level.
It'll be a very mellow bump. The specs of this 11 is more like a street 9, let's say.
Yeah.
They're small treads and risers. Yeah, so it's gonna be 3 foot tall with like a 9 foot gap.
That's sick.
And this is gonna be our last obstacle. We're calling it Stairway to Hell. I coined that last night. Bobby just made a giant check that's gonna say it. By the way, all the checks are 666.
Nice.
I don't really lean one way or the other in terms of all this stuff. It's just fun. It's Halloween. Lighten up. If you're gonna put something in the comments about like,
dude, we're talking about Thrasher here. Their logo's a pentagram.
True,
what?
True.
Dude, nobody gives a fuck.
My guys are gonna be dressed all the same. They're the ramp handlers, so they're gonna bring this out. We gotta cut some handhold cutouts so like we can 4-man it. We're skating one thing at a time in the street. We're gonna start with just a classic jump ramp. The jump ramp I can't show you right now because Frankie Villani's painting on it.
Okay.
Frankie did a t-shirt graphic for us.
Nice. Then we got the flat bar, the up flat bar with the pole jam at the end.
Yeah, 20-foot long flat bar, and then we have this attachment that comes in later that I'll show in just a little bit.
Oh, that's an attachment?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna start without it. We want things to get gnarly.
Okay,
That's the whole idea. So for this one, we're gonna set it up at first without the rail.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to figure this out right now. With
like how you're gonna puzzle this in.
A quick and easy way of like, okay, like,
okay.
Okay, boom.
Put it
Lag
in.
bolts in the top, like rails in. So at first it's just gonna be a bump to stair gap.
Yeah.
And then once we feel like the tricks are getting redundant and it's not like sexy and exciting, we're gonna put the rail in. And then ramp handlers are gonna come out and we're gonna start pulling it. The first time we're gonna bring it out like probably 2 feet.
Okay. Oh, but you pop from here and it just makes the gap longer.
Stays.
Yeah.
Stays here. So then the next time we might go like 4 feet. And then we're gonna go like 6 feet.
Yeah.
And if there's people that still want to skate it at that point, we're gonna see some shit.
It sounds like it's gonna be fucking gnarly, dude. This is like the gnarliest year ever. I mean, because just with all the obstacles and the fact that you're bringing a stair.
This is what I'm most excited
for
about.
sure. It's gonna be nuts.
So fun facts about the flat bar. This flat bar is from the 2022 Hellbomb and the 2023. When it was the 2022 one, it was from here down. When we did the 23 one at Griffith, we cut the front 6 feet off and then started it down the hill.
Okay.
So this year, I was sending photos back and forth to Bobby and Austin, and then they were like, yo, the rail looks way taller. I was like, remember, we cut it last year. They're like, oh yeah. They're like, you have the old piece? I was like, I do. So Manny welded the old piece back on and we restored it.
So he's become quite the welder.
So that's where we cut it.
Oh shit.
Welded it, and then he just got the grinder and just made the diamond grind back in.
Damn, it doesn't even look like it was cut.
Not at all, right?
No.
Pretty nice. We wanted some like X wow factor. Like 3 or 4 years ago, they did a straight up rail that had like a straight kink.
Yeah, that was the Kanan year.
Yeah. That year was that. We could play with like a down kink. And then I was just like going through like all this stuff. And I was like, ooh, a leftover like...
Oh, that's when we cut and made the circle rail.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we made the wiggle S rail.
Yeah.
That was left over.
Okay.
And then I put it here, and everybody here was like, yeah, that's the move.
Dude, yeah, that's sick.
So it's gonna be...
Let's have a look at it. I want to step back here so we can see. Dude, it looks so sick.
And then we're gonna add this mid-event.
The first person to loop out on this is gonna be insane. Yeah.
It's actually gonna be like this.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, all this stuff like doesn't really translate until it's on the hill.
Right,
Because
right.
you look at it and everyone's like, that's crazy, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. And then I lift it up and I'm like, imagine skating it like this. And everybody's like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, right.
This is DIY diamond grind.
Oh, you did this with just a grinder?
Manny did this.
Oh, dude, he's become quite the fabricator.
Yeah, he's the metal man.
Yeah, that's sick.
And then the other very exciting thing that we're still playing with, I don't know how well it's going to translate or not, but we got flints. So,
oh, yeah.
You know tail devils?
Yeah.
So those have phosphoric something or other that makes sparks. So Bobby found a package of them of like, I don't know, 500 of these little pellets. So we got those. So I got an angle grinder and I cut them into a rail. So this is our test rail. So I basically got an angle grinder with an 1/8 inch cut wheel.
Oh shit.
I cut a groove into here, laid them all in, and then did JB Weld, which is super, super strong. Like, it's like super glue on steroids.
Okay. Is this it? The flint, this line right here?
That's it, yeah. So I'll get a file just to show you.
Oh, dude. We have to make a whole video with this.
Pretty sick,
That
right?
is so cool.
So we're gonna test this. We're gonna see how it translates. So we were kind of having trouble yesterday when we were testing it on that little like baby ride-on rainbow rail that we had in the driveway. It wasn't really working. The wax kind of acts as like a fire retardant, and it just like, it wasn't sparking.
Oh, what?
So then I took a grinder to my trucks, and I just like, I got off some of the wax. And it was sparking. So that's a little bit of an issue.
Okay, so it might not work.
It might not translate. So hopefully somebody in the sea of people that are gonna be filming this captures some sparks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been packing in a lot lately. So we had the Red Bull Skylines thing.
Yeah.
And I was super in that mode, and then in San Francisco for 5 days, and then like got back and gave the guys the Monday off because they were like, you know, working through the weekend and stuff, and those were long days. And then it was like, all right, we're in Hellbomb mode. And so
And not to mention, before all of this, you had the death match that you were doing for a month.
Yeah, it's kind of been like that. On top of just juggling regular orders and just like random custom stuff that happens, and like also trying to, you know, film with you and create like marketing initiatives. And
this is a busy time of year for you.
Yeah, it's insane. October used to be like historically the slowest month. Like my first 5 years in business, October was always the worst month.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on in summer that people are now like, hey, in California the weather is still awesome in October.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that happens in like late September, October now.
Well, and I think too, the Hellbomb just kind of like turned Halloween into like a skating event month.
Yeah.
I think Hellbomb alone did that.
Right now it's like we're cutting it to the wire. It's like 2 o'clock or 2:30 on Thursday.
And you got to get back to like working.
Yeah,
so we couldn't skate or do any of that stuff today.
I haven't even made the well. We're doing everything here tomorrow.
Here.
We're gonna load.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take everything home. And then Saturday morning, the event's not till 4.
Okay.
We're having stuff delivered, like porta potties and barricades and like all that at like between 2 and 3. But I'm gonna go early because the World Series is happening.
Oh, and we're right by the Dodger Stadium
at the same time. It's gonna be hectic.
Oh shit.
So leading up to this, the last couple of days, we've had all these calls with LADOT, Department of Transportation, LAPD, fire, because they're kind of trying to talk us out of it. They're like, are you still doing your event?
Dude.
We're like, yeah, we got a permit and we gave you our money, like we're doing it. And they're like, oh, you're gonna be impacted by the traffic and the game and like la la la. So we're like, okay. Bobby came up with a graphic that says, hey, parking's gonna be crazy because of the game. Carpool or take transit. Here's a QR code with like a bus line that'll get you close.
I'm gonna go early.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go like, I don't know, at like 9 or 10, because there might be a bunch of people trying to park on the hill. Luckily, there are temporary no parking signs that went up today, you know, like 3 days in advance. I don't know, it could go one or the other. It could make it to where like people trying to go to our event are like, it's way too crazy, I can't even get across town, I can't get to the event, this sucks. Or it could be awesome to where it's not that bad.
And it's just like super hectic and chaotic and sick.
Like a whole extra slew of like random people that are watching.
Yeah.
Like we might have like, I don't know, 1,000 or more people watching it. It could be pretty sick.
It could go in favor.